You made it. You hit play. I'm so happy you're here to watch this video. I'm Lillian. I've got my friend with me, Kari. She is a Vedic Astrologer here in San Francisco. And we're making this video today because there is a juicy new moon coming up. It has to do with a hot topic, sex. So keep watching and we will tell you a little bit more about it. Well, she'll tell you more about it. I'll just ask a bunch of questions. So first things first, what is a new moon and why is it even important?
Thanks, Lillian. So the new moon is very important because it's the beginning of a lunar cycle. It's the day when the moon goes completely dark, the dark moon, and then it starts to begin to wax again. So it's completely invisible. It's the darkest night of the cycle.
So that's when you don't see a moon in the sky, right?
Yeah.
That's when you know it's like, oh, it must be a new moon. I don't see a moon in the sky because the opposite of that would be the full moon, right?
Yeah, exactly. Got it.
So, Kari, when exactly is the next new moon?
Well, the next one is on May 6th. It's Friday. And it's actually exact at 12:29 p.m. afternoon there in Pacific time.
Okay. Is that important, by the way, like the minutes and the hour?
Well, I think it is. It's good to be aware of when these cycles are exactly changing. You can feel the shift.
Okay. Is it more powerful in terms of like when you set those intentions and when, you know, you're really doing the work during that time?
Yeah, it is.
It could because it's like more powerful at that time or there's more energy, it's more exact.
And after 12:29, the lunar energy will begin to wax. So then that's when you can really start to begin to grow and move forward with your intentions.
And what does it mean when you say that when the moon starts to wax?
Oh, it starts to grow again. So it's heading towards full.
Okay, got it. So waxing means going full and then
waning means going small, diminishing into the new moon.
Got it. Perfect. Right. So as far as I understand, every new moon has like a new theme, right? There's like a new cycle, comes with a new theme. It's always different because of the way that it's moving through the sky. We can go into that another day.
Yeah.
But what is the theme or the importance of this new moon?
Well, in Vedic astrology, they really look at the lunar signs for the moon. That makes sense.
Right.
Now, the lunar sign associated with this particular new moon is called Bharani.
Okay.
Bharani. It's not Bharani. Bharani.
Okay.
Bharani. And it's a very deep and mysterious sign.
Okay.
Actually, it's connected to female sexual power. The sign is actually considered to be a yoni, the female genitals. And sometimes it's called a clay pot, where the Shakti, the female energy, is held. And it's a womb, basically, where rebirth happens. It's also associated with, and this is really interesting, death. Okay. So it's sex and death. Okay,
so they're both the running themes of this. It's not only this new moon represents and is thematic around sex, but it's also around death as well.
The transformative power that sex holds.
Okay, so death more in terms of the transformational power of it, not like actually someone dying necessarily,
no,
right?
Necessarily.
But like sex in relation to something kind of transforming, something changing, dying and rebirthing.
Yes, yeah.
So obviously sex and transformation is a really juicy topic because we all love sex and we all want to transform. At least I always love transforming. I'm always changing. Tell me how I can really use this new moon in a way to tap into my sexual power and transform myself.
Well, Bharani, it's a nakshatra, this lunar sign that is called, it's the Shakti to carry things away. So it's a real great time to clear away old patterns, to look at maybe obsessions or habits that we have that may not be very healthy for us. And it's also a great time for sexual healing. Any type of trauma or addictions we have as well could come up.
Okay. So are you saying that it would be, this new moon is a really good moon to maybe look at some self-sabotaging, destructive patterns around sex, maybe some bad sexual relationships we might be involved with, or maybe some old baggage or some old history that we might have that we haven't quite let go of or healed from? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, exactly. Because the new moon is a great time to look within anyway. So and this is it can be I feel like you really want to withdraw and look inside in this weekend. I think it's not the best time to go out and party, but if you do...
And have a bunch of sex, right?
Yeah, if you do that, that's fine. Just don't overdo it.
Okay. What would happen if they did overdo it?
Well, maybe it would help them see something. Well, the new moons are a time to really look within in general, and whatever happens, it's a great time to look within and take stock of really what's been going on, the patterns and what you've been doing in your life up until then.
So what I'm hearing from you is that this new moon is a really great opportunity to look inward and work on some of our issues with sex, maybe some of our bad habits or patterns, or maybe just our relationship to our sexuality in general. Like, do we feel confident in it? Do we feel weak in it? Do we feel like we need to tap into it more? Do we feel like we need to express it more? Like things like that?
Yeah, it could be any of these deeper issues.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it can bring up intimacy issues in general, or any kind of trauma you've had. It's a great time for healing. Also, it's a time to reassess our habits in general around how we enjoy ourselves.
Okay.
Pleasure, like food, drink. Yeah.
Overdoing
it it's quite possible we could overdo it this weekend. So do watch out for that.
Okay, I got you. Do you recommend any practices that might be good on this new moon, like journaling, or maybe they should go and receive a massage, something that feels good?
Any kind of self-healing.
Any kind of self-healing.
Anything like taking a bath or spa time would be fine. Anything that, like journaling especially, would be great. Mercury is retrograde now, so you can really benefit from journaling about the past and really thinking about how it's related to your patterns and maybe how you can change in the future. You know, Bharani is actually considered to be one of the best nakshatras for pioneering into new territories. It's a very inventive place. It's very because it is a place of rebirth. Right. So while the new moon isn't a time, maybe the most auspicious time to start a project, it's a time to open the field, because by the next full moon,
they're like, open the field.
Open the field. The next full moon, there's a great deal of new possibilities, and it's a trailblazing, actually, opportunity to really reassess and find new strategies and new projects and new ideas. So.